Hello viewers, myself is Dr. Neeta and you are watching my channel Learn Literature with Dr. Neeta. So let us begin today's topic. Good morning dear students. Today we would learn about lyric, which is one of the classical forms of poetry. So first we would discuss about its origin and definition. Lyric is, as I told you, the earliest form of popular poetry and it originated in Greece. Sappho and Pindar are the famous lyric poet of ancient Greece. The word lyric has been derived from the Greek word lyre, and lyre is a kind of musical instrument. The picture of lyre I have also pasted on the slide. At that time, any song that can be sung with lyre was called lyric. So lyric is a short poem and that can be sung with a lyre. It was the definition during the classical period, but now the definition has changed a little bit, and any song which is expressing the strong emotions or the feelings of the poet is called lyric. Being musical, it could be sung. Previously it was sung with lyre, but still it is retaining its musical quality and it can be sung. It was revived in English poetry during the Renaissance period, and since then it remained popular till the arrival of modernists who questioned its utility and raised objection against its limitation. The names of T.S. Eliot and Ezra Pound are amongst them who questioned about the utility of lyric. Now we would discuss about kinds and structure of lyric. Lyric can be divided into two kinds. One is the choral. It is sung by a group of people, that is known as chorus. And another is monody or the solo, which is sung by a single singer. It was initially, when it was sung with lyre, this division was very well constructed. Lyric has a well-knit structure and it is divided into stanzas. The number of stanzas may vary from one lyric to another lyric. It may be of one stanza only, or it may be of more than 1, 2, 3 and so ever stanzas. It depends on the need of the poet, in how many stanzas he would be able to cover whole of the idea. The lyric is basically related to a single thought, but the thought develops in certain stages. In a number of lyrics, the development of thought takes place in a sequencing way in the different stages. These stages are introduction, in which the emotional state of the poet is exposed, and second is thoughts suggested by the emotion. It means the complication of those thought is represented in the second part, and the final part is the intellectual reaction to the previously described disturbed emotional state. It means these are the three stages in which the thought develops. It happens in a number of lyrics, but it is not necessary that all lyrics would have these three steps, because it largely depends on the need of the poet, that how many stages he would cover in his lyric. Now the characteristics of lyric. Lyric is short, neither too long, not too short, expressive of single emotions of poet, as I told you earlier. It is subjective in content. It means it describes the emotional state of the poet regarding the thing about which he is describing. It could be written on variety of themes like love, nature, life, war. It means there are a number of topics on which the lyric can be written. Any topic which is capable of arousing strong emotions in a poet is a fit subject for lyric. Next quality is spontaneity. It is spontaneous, as the heart or mind of the reader mind of the poet is full of emotions, then these emotions spontaneously come out of his heart and they get their place on the paper. They are meditative in nature. It means they compel the reader to think about the perspective with which the poet has described that thought. It is musical in treatment. This is the quality which is retained in lyric from the ancient time till today. It is rich in imagery and figurative language is used in it. Rich in imagery means it is related to a single thought and it can be compared to a snapshot. And as in the snapshot we have a single moment of time, but at the single of moment of time all the minute details are available in that snapshot. Similarly, the lyric is having rich imagery. It means that moment which has been captured, or that idea or thought which has been described in the lyric has been clarified by the poet by giving a number of images. So it is having a rich imagery, and figures of speech are used by the poet to make the reader understand what he wants to convey. The mood varies as per the expressed emotion. The mood in the lyric, mood of the poet, it may be serious or melancholic or mocking or humorous. It depends on the topic with which he is dealing. The common mood is cheerful and happy. The common meters that are used while writing lyrics are iambic. It is the most common kind of meter which is used in lyrics, but besides strophic, anapestic, dactylic, spongy are also the meters which are used abundantly by the poets who are writing lyrics. Examples of lyric. Lyric is related to the expression and not form. Nowadays it has become such a definition that it is more related to expression, not the form. The form may vary. It may be in the form of a sonnet, still it may be possessing the quality of lyricism in it. It may be an ode, still it is possessing the quality of lyricism. Then it can be called a mode of expression, not as a form. Therefore, it includes many types of poem possessing qualities of being personal and emotional in expression. These are sonnets, ode, elegy, love song, etc. For example, Ode to the West Wind by P.V. Shelley, On His Blindness by John Milton, O Captain, My Captain by Walt Whitman, The World is Too Much with Us by Wordsworth, A Dream by William Blake, and a number of other examples which I have shown on this slide are the examples of lyric. Thank you.